What's up, everyone? Welcome to another edition of Tarun's Thoughts. My name's Tarun Shetty. These are my thoughts. I'm basically just making this video to show that I'm not dead. I know I have some fans on this YouTube channel, and I haven't made any videos in a minute. Did I say this last time? I stopped doing stand-up out here in Florida because of Omicron, and I got some family stuff going on at home, so I can't afford to get COVID. So I stopped doing stand-up for a month. It's been over a month, I think. And it's interesting because it's almost like getting out of a relationship. You know, like you're used to doing something every day or a couple times a week, and then that person's gone, right? You have nobody to talk to, or, you know, my life experience. So I went to Dunkin' Donuts. I relapsed. You know, I kind of see why people with alcohol problems go back to the love of their life, because the stuff is so addicting. It's okay. I've been writing every day, spending time with my mom. I mean, really, look, I know I've said this before, but like life pretty much for me changes dramatically every 5 years. Like my jobs, the people in my life. So like right now, I'm really trying to just appreciate this and be like, well, you know, one day I'm going to look back at this and be like, man, I wish I had more time in Florida, because God knows I wouldn't be here if my parents weren't here. Probably be, you know, a degenerate in Los Angeles or something. I've been trying not to go on social media. You know, I'm at an age now where like a lot of my friends who are my age, like they're either very successful or not. And the ones that are successful, like just blast it on Facebook all the time. And I'm just like, God, you know, the comparison thing, I just hate it. So for me, if I can just keep on track doing my shit and work out at night, that should be enough. I sometimes wonder what my parents' friends think. They're like, what does this kid do? You know, and truthfully, I actually have interviewed for a few jobs out here. And I wonder if these vlogs are costing me job opportunities, honestly, because I have like a business persona, and I always like interview with like the COO or like head of the company. I get right to the end, and I'm pretty sure they're like, hey, we should Google this guy. And like all these like vlogs come up, and like, you know, because I can just not give a shit in my vlogs, and that's probably not the best thing to put out there. Yesterday, I did this audition in my living room to host this TV show in LA, and I'll be honest, like I felt like I wasn't a good match for it, you know. And there was a while, like when I was in my 20s, I was like, man, I'm the best TV host ever. Like I really believe that. I felt like I was like, this is a great TV host. And I went to to interview once, and that didn't work out. And, you know, now like when I host, I feel like I'm almost like too old. Like it was like a show for like Twitch or something. And I was like, am I too old to like host this show? And that was worrisome to me. I was like, well, maybe I'm just like, you know, cycling out of the business. But you know what? You can never cycle out if your fans stay with you. So, you know, as long as you watch this, I'll be a host forever. You know what I've been doing, honestly, which I really never do, is I've been buying things, like shopping. And it's weird because I don't go anywhere, but the stand-up thing is like a high almost, right? When I go out and like do comedy. But like I realized like, when you buy something, it's that excitement of like waiting for the package to come to your house. Like this weird high. So I just keep buying like clothes and like random shit, and then I return it. I totally get why people have become compulsive shoppers over the pandemic. It's like this, now I have to cut out my credit card almost. I'm like, dude, I cannot buy any more things. What else? Oh, I had 2 interviews. I didn't talk about this. I had these 2 Zoom interviews for like these 2 commercial agents in Los Angeles. They're both on Zoom, 2 separate interviews. And one of the interviews, there was like an Indian girl in the meeting. I don't even give a shit. I'll talk about this. And at the end of the interview, she goes, yeah, I recognize you from Showbiz India. And I was like, oh, you do? And she was like, yeah, I still, and I did Showbiz India recently where I was like doing these panel things. And I was trying to be a dick, you know, just to make it interesting, you know, and just have a different opinion. And she was like, yeah, I remember you. You have interesting opinions or something like that. Like, and I was like, look, that was just a character. It was just a character. Of course, they didn't sign me as a client, and I was like, is that because I did the Showbiz India stuff? Who knows? You can't think about this stuff too much. I was talking to my friend Luck. He called me up, and we were just talking about all the crazy stuff we would do to try to make it, quote unquote, make it. And my God, Like when you're younger, you just don't even think rationally. And we both had like stories. One of the stories which I told him was there's this talent agency called CAA, probably number one in the world almost. And I crashed their Christmas party when I was like in my 20s. I had like a production company, and I started giving up my business cards to like the assistants, and they were like, "What are you doing? How did you get in here?" And I didn't even like second guess it. I was like, "Yeah, this is what you're supposed to do." Or, you know, after Bobby Khan, the movie was made, I was gonna fly to New York and stand outside the Today Show dressed as Bobby Khan so they'd interview me so I could like get free promotion for the movie. Like, "Hey, I'm Bobby Khan." And they had watched it. And I was like, I just backed out last minute because I couldn't make the flight because of work. And I was like, I can't believe I was even gonna do that. But you know, Luck was telling me, he's like, if those things had worked out, then it would just be a story in the past. You'd be like, oh yeah, this is what happened, and I got this break here. Like, that's how breaks happen, by taking risk and chances. So I stand by it. I feel like, you know, you only have one shot in life, and you have to really make a move. I went to this AAA insurance thing with my mom, and this guy was sitting behind the counter, and I don't want to judge the guy, but he just seemed so boring to me. And I was like, God, at least whatever happens in my life, I can say that I tried to take a divergent path. Anyways, I'm going to finish my coffee. I hope you guys have an amazing day. Thanks for watching. Take care.